The Insane Ride. Just one of the many hard enduros popping up all over Australia in recent years. The pro level riders hit these obstacles with minimal effort and plenty of speed. But we everyday dirt muppets need special qualities, like a low IQ, a huge pain threshold, obscene wealth to pay for bike repairs, or funding repairs through white-collar crime. And if you're insane, haha, so much the better.
That's it, Sammy. Keep going, buddy.
The Insane Ride is probably the only hard enduro where they had to make it easier. When it was first run as a 2-day event, it was so extreme, nobody wanted to ride the second day.
Good save, Sam. That's it.
Hard Enduro Adventure Tasmania are the guys who run the event, and now it's part of the Grassroots Enduro Australia series. One of the good things about this is juniors can ride the events.
That's it. Beautiful.
So Ben, one of the Muppets in our group,
Good job.
has been able to take his son Archie down to the event. Archie was only 14 at this point and was doing great with comparatively little experience under his belt. His dad, Ben, was riding like shit,
Archie, good job.
considering how much experience he'd had. However, he does know the cause of his shit riding.
Cross-training enduro skills is shit.
Allowing juniors to race is a great idea.
Beautiful. Good job.
One of the aims of Grassroots Enduro Australia is to put the fun back into enduro, and getting your kids into the sport is a key part of this.
That's it.
Mind you, it could also technically be child abuse when you look at some of the obstacles during the prologue practice run. Seriously, the Grassroots guys are also running non-competitive events
Beautiful.
and more traditional enduro for those not so keen on bashing themselves
Good job, Ben.
or their bikes. Another great feature of Grassroots Enduro Australia is they ditched that stupid rule banning helmet cams. So we were able to get our grubby little hands on Ben's helmet cam footage from the early part of the race. Before we play it though, let's have a quick look at the prologue track. Most of these obstacles are actually banned by the United Nations under human rights legislation about torture. But Australia is so far away, the UN teams can't be bothered flying over to investigate all the complaints about testicular torture and forced confessions about how much fun it is to ride hard enduros. Okay, enough of that, let's ride. Ben is at the starting line and about to demonstrate his manhood. The first thing I notice is Ben is gunning the bike on any short, easy sections, but otherwise it's a measured pace to avoid making mistakes. If someone is stalled on the easy line, Ben weighs up the risks of the harder line, but just waits if he's likely to crash trying to get around that stalled rider. Neat little pivot turn. Heaps of riders were stuck here for ages. This rubble is harder than normal for Ben due to his short, stumpy little legs. He takes it easy, as losing your balance here can easily crack a crankcase. Sometimes it's just faster to get off and push. A small log pit. Remember, if you are into enduro cross, you will see a lot of these. We do have a training vid for crossing log pits. The prologue track opens up a little here, so while Ben pants away, let's cover some basics for any idiots out there stupid enough to want to get into this stuff. Go easy on the throttle. As the pro hard enduro riders say, if you want to learn how to go fast, first learn to go slow. Focus on balance, throttle control and clutch slipping. And learn the punch and bash plate techniques for hopping logs. These will get you over almost every obstacle on tracks like this. See our dodgy training vids. Pace yourself. It's so easy to see red, you give it everything and start crashing only 2 minutes in because you are exhausted. Even the pro riders pace themselves so they don't get tired and start making mistakes. If it's your first event, consider letting everyone else race ahead and then treat it like a trail ride. Chances are you will ride better and last the distance. Fitness is important even in the easier classes in events like the Insane Ride. Once you've lifted the bike up a few times, you will be wheezing like an asthmatic pig. If possible, start fitness training at least 2 months early, do some basic cardio and strength training. Of course, the ideal is to simply ride as much as possible. But otherwise, we've covered some basic exercises in our rider fitness vids. And finally, if you would like to try a hard enduro, don't be deterred by hard enduro videos too much. Even hard enduros like Romaniacs have plenty of easy flat sections, and the Insane Ride is no exception. You usually don't see those easy parts in the vids because they're pretty boring to watch. So just remember, after tough bits, you always get plenty of time to ride easy sections and recuperate before the next gnarly section. Enjoy!